So yesterday we tried out Last Epoch. It was fun, but there were some things that I was not as impressed with, and I just kind of wanted to bring a video where I dove into the things that I really didn't like and the things that I did like to see if it will really compete with Path of Exile and Diablo 4 Season 2. So if you guys like ARPGs, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Join Tonk Nation and become a member of our community. So let's dive into it. So if you look at the gameplay, the graphics they're nice, but like I'm not 100% impressed with it. Like, because when you think of Diablo 4 graphics, like Diablo 4 graphics, in my opinion, are the better of all the genre's graphics. And I understand that, you know, Last Epoch is, it came out in 2018, 2019, and it is still in open beta, or early release, I mean. And I get that they're still working on things, and they're not a huge company, and they're really trying to compete with a lot of, a lot of money from like Diablo series. You know, they obviously have a lot more money. They obviously have a lot more resources to make the game just pop. And to me, like this, it looks good, but it's but then you got to think about Path of Exile. You know, like Path of Exile has been out for 10 plus years, and I don't know. I feel like Path of Exile's graphics are better than this. Yeah, there's a lot of flashy lights. You got the fire here. The boss looks okay, but I can tell that they're trying, but it's just not on point. The fighting, now listen, I did pick a tankier champion, so I get that my damage is really weak in this fight, but I didn't really feel that strong. I really felt like with being tankier, I was getting hit for extremely hard, especially being just a couple hours into the game. And yes, I agree. Like right here, look, I died right there. So we came back to the boss, and I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I want competition. I want to be able to not just destroy everything, but there's kind of like a middle ground, you know, especially when you're first starting. You don't really have a lot of resists. You don't really have, I mean, I have more defense than I do offense, but like give me something more in the beginning. Like let me get used to the game. I'm not even used to the buttons at this point, and these monsters, they really just tore through me. Like I died quite a few times. Maybe I'm just bad at the game, I don't know, but that's just my opinion. The music on this game, it's not nearly as in depth as Path of Exile. Like on Path of Exile, I really feel submerged into the game, right? And as you see here, I died again. Like I mean, and I'm a tanky champion, right? I'm a tank. Like, should I really be dying that much? I don't know. Maybe I'm just, like I said, maybe I'm just bad, but that's just my opinion. I mean, the fight was fun to a degree, but I really just wasn't really submerged into the game. Like the skill where you go into the bubble and you do damage, like that's cool for tanks. The hammer throw, it was cool, but just all in all, was I really that impressed? I really wasn't, guys. I really wasn't. I mean, maybe I'm just looking too much into Path of Exile with this game, because Path of Exile has completely taken, you know, the ARPG genre from me, especially once I started getting into endgame. And it just, I don't know, guys. I really just don't feel like it was up to par. Now, I do feel like Last Epoch can take the throne from Diablo, because Diablo has like nothing, you know, especially when it comes to late game. But when you think about the early game, because that's where I was at, Diablo 4 was definitely a lot more fun early game, in my opinion. There was some bugs. Now listen, I do understand that in the description when you purchase the game, because it is $35, it says that there are bugs but the thing is like it's been out since 2019 or 2018, and I feel like some of the bugs, it was kind of clunky. It was really clunky to me. Like the gameplay was clunky. Just everything didn't really feel like it just kind of was smooth. You know what I mean? And with how long that it's kind of been in, you know, early access, I feel like that shouldn't be happening already. And like whenever I would go to port from town to town, it took me, like the loading screen, like it wouldn't register. And don't get me wrong, like I get it. Hopefully by the time that it releases in December that this will be fixed, but it just kind of like, I just found myself standing there a lot and not able to move forward, you know, into the next town or the next area, and I had to wait so many seconds, and it just kind of, I don't know, it just put a bad taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? Like I said, maybe I'm just looking too much into Path of Exile with this, but I really feel like there's a lot of things that it can improve on. Now, the fighting mechanics, yes, it was okay, but everything kind of felt like it was a little bit like slower. You know what I mean? Like Path of Exile, it's like boom, 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 boom. But this game, it was more just like go, attack, attack, attack. It's just a lot slower pace, and when you're doing an ARPG, you just really kind of, at least in my opinion, you go for that fast combat, the fast dopamine hits, the quickness, the this, the that, the diving in, the diving out, the doing damage, the big numbers, all that stuff, you know. But maybe it was the class that I picked. You know, I will try a different class, but it just, what my first reaction to it just really was just lackluster, and I was not impressed. I most likely will probably try one more character to see if that's any better. I might try the rogue, but at least with what I got, I was not happy with. I was not happy. Now I won't be playing this a lot more. Like I said, I will try one more character, but I will not be trying this game out until it is released in December, and we're just going to kind of go from there. I'm hoping that they're going to be able to fix, you know, the issues that I noticed, and I really have a lot of hope for this game. I did hear, you know, I did like the filter. The item filter was really nice in the game. I can make my own item filter in the game, so that was cool. But I mean, there's so many other things like yeah, I need to get into the end game. I get that. But I've also heard that the end game, there's really not a lot in the end game as well. So Path of Exile probably has already ruined the ARPG genre for me because I have such a high standard now. Like, really think about it. Like, if you play Path of Exile, you have a standard. Diablo 4 did not hit that standard. Not a lot of people kept playing it. Last Epoch, I really think, has a chance as long as they dive into the things that they noticed that Diablo 4 didn't do. If the in-game maps or, you know, dungeons or whatever have the mini games I really feel drive people into keeping interest into the dungeons. You have to keep something like that. I'm really hoping that they take, you know, a play from their playbook on that one. Other things involved, you know, the music can get better. I know that they did do a rework on the voice acting, which the voice acting was good. I really hope that they kind of bump up the graphics a little bit with the release in December. The playstyle being clunky, I hope that they hop into that and get that fixed as well. But I do think that the game has a lot of potential. Don't get me wrong. I don't want this to seem like a really big, you know, bash session on Last Epoch. It's not a bash session. It's just the things that I notice that could improve. And if you are any kinds of ARPG player, I think you would feel the same way. If you haven't tried out Last Epoch, I think that it's worth trying, but I think that you're most likely going to keep on going with Path of Exile. It was fun for a couple hours, but you know, we're going to be loading back up on Path of Exile. I mean, I'm just saying, like, I'm sucked into Path of Exile. So if you guys haven't done it already, please make sure you smack the like button, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell. We go live every weekend, so if you guys want to watch a live stream, we have been playing some other ARPGs. I did dabble with some Grand Theft Auto the other day. That was a lot of fun. I'm not gonna lie, like kind of switching it up a little bit. So if you guys just enjoy gaming, just join the community. Also, we got some other videos right here that you can go check out. And, you know, just kind of binge watch and have a good time. Guys, I love you all. Thank you for your time. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I will see you on tomorrow's video and next weekend's live stream. Let's go get it.